Before we start, I need you to do something for me. Look around you right now. Check the corners of your room. Look at your door. Is it locked? Are you sure? Because after tonight, you're going to start checking twice, 3 times, and it still won't feel like enough. Let's begin. Darla found a luxury Chicago apartment for $600 a month. She'd been sleeping on her sister's couch since the breakup. 3 months of pity looks and whispered phone calls. She needed this. Market rate? $1,200. The landlord, Mr. Wang, wouldn't make eye contact during the showing. The apartment smelled like bleach and something underneath it, something sweet and wrong. Previous tenant left suddenly, was all he said. She moved in October 25th, floor 13, Unit A. First night, footsteps above her, shower running next door, TV through the walls, but she never saw a single neighbor, not one. The hallway always smelled like mildew and old cigarettes, even though the building was non-smoking. On October 30th, she knocked on 13B. The footsteps inside stopped dead. The door cracked open to complete darkness. "Leave," a woman's voice whispered from the black. Her breath smelled like rotting flowers. "Leave before the first." Slam. Darla found letters that night, shoved in her closet. Dozens, all from previous tenants, all saying the same thing. Vacate before the first. Final warning. It was October 31st. She called Mr. Wang, disconnected number. That night at 11:47 p.m., every lock clicked at once. Footsteps filled the hallway, dozens of them, coming closer. The temperature in her apartment dropped. She could see her breath. Her own door started unlocking. She ran to the window, called 911. "Someone's breaking in. 523 West Madison, floor 13, Unit A." Silence. Then, "Ma'am, that building doesn't have a 13th floor." Her door swung open behind her. Cold air rushed in, the smell of wet concrete and rust. They found her body November 1st, fell from the 14th floor, relabeled from 13 after a construction worker died in that exact spot on November 1st, 1981. The building manager told police Darla must have jumped, but her sister knew better. Darla was finally getting back on her feet. She had a job interview that Monday. She'd sent a text at 11:39 p.m. "New place is weird, but I'm making it work. Love you." Every tenant in that unit dies on the 1st of the month. The apartment's listed again right now, half price, available immediately. Cities don't fix their mistakes. They just relabel the floors and rent them out again.
Story 2. The Last Train. Vernon hated the subway, the crowds, the delays, the smell. But after his car got repossessed, he didn't have a choice. Night shifts at the hospital didn't pay for Ubers. He boarded the last Q train at 12:47 a.m., December 10th, New York City. Empty car. He closed his eyes. The air was cold, too cold. He could smell electrical burning, faint but there. When he opened them, people. A dozen of them. A 1950s businessman, a 1940s nurse, an 80s girl with a Walkman, all different eras, all dead silent, staring forward. The car suddenly smelled like damp earth. DeKalb Avenue, doors opened, nobody moved, nobody got on. Atlantic Avenue, same thing. Vernon stood. Does this go to Prospect Park? The businessman's head turned. His eyes were clouded white like a corpse. Sit down. We're all going to the last stop. Every person turned to stare at once. Vernon ran for the door at Prospect Park, hit the emergency release. Nothing. The train rolled right through, deeper, past the last stop, into tunnels that don't exist. The temperature dropped. Frost formed on the windows. He was locked in. No signal. unbreakable windows. The lights flickered. In the darkness, they were all standing, surrounding him. "We're already dead," the nurse said. Half her face was caved in. 1945, platform accident. 1987, derailment, the girl whispered. 1955, heart attack, fell on the tracks. One by one, how they died. "This is the ghost train. It only runs after midnight," the nurse said. "It only picks up the ones about to join us." "I'm not dead?" "Not yet." The train lurched, stopped. Vernon hit the floor. Silence. The people were gone. The cold lifted. The doors opened. He stumbled out onto Prospect Park Station. Normal, lit, empty, but normal. He ran up the stairs into the December cold, gasping, alive. But when he got home and checked his phone, a voicemail from his own number, timestamp 12:52 a.m. He pressed play, his own voice screaming, "Don't get on the last train! Vernon, if you get this, don't—" Static, then crying, then quiet. "It's the 47th time. I can't stop boarding. I can't." The message cut off. Vernon's hands shook. He checked his calendar. December 10th. Last year, food poisoning, called in sick. The year before, stranger spilled coffee on him at the station, missed the train, took an Uber. The year before that, sudden power outage, worked from home. 5 years, something always stopped him. Until tonight. Vernon looked at his reflection in the black phone screen. Behind him, the 1940s nurse stood in his living room. She smiled with her caved-in face. "You got off, but the train never forgets who bought a ticket." His phone buzzed. Calendar reminder. December 10th, next year. Call in sick. Don't go to work. Don't take the train. Same reminder. Every year, set by him, years he couldn't remember. The nurse faded. Vernon sat down hard. He was alive, for now, but every December 10th he'd have to run, fight the exhaustion, fight the muscle memory of his routine, because 1 year he'd be too tired, 1 year he'd forget, and the ghost train was patient. Fate doesn't forget. It just waits for you to slip. Story 3. The Parking Garage. Jolene needed this job. Her brother's medical bills weren't going to pay themselves, and day shifts didn't cover it. Security at a downtown Seattle office tower, midnight to 8 a.m. Easy money. The building had an underground parking garage, 5 levels down. Her supervisor, Rita, gave her one rule: never go past P3. Levels 4 and 5 are closed for renovations. For how long? Rita's face went tight. 17 years. Don't ask. Don't go down there. She didn't for 3 months. Then one night in February at 3:33 a.m., the P5 alarm triggered. She radioed Rita. No answer. Phone dead. Every camera went to static. The alarm screamed from 5 floors below. She took the elevator down. P1, P2, P3. The doors almost closed. Then she hit P5. Just to check. Just to shut off the alarm. The elevator descended. Slower. Lights flickering. The air got colder. Smelled like dust and something else. Old perfume. Decay. P5. Doors opened to darkness. Her flashlight cut through. Rows of cars. Dozens. Covered in thick dust. Ancient models. The air was humid. Wrong. Like a basement that's been sealed for years. The alarm screamed from the far corner. Jolene walked between the cars. Footsteps echoed hollow. Too big. The space felt endless. She found the panel, hit reset. Silence. Then breathing. Close. Right behind her. She spun. Nothing. She walked faster. The breathing followed. Wet. Ragged. She ran. That's when she saw them. People. In every car. Motionless. Staring through dusty windshields. She stopped. Shined her light. A woman in a 90s business suit. Hands on the wheel. Eyes wide. Mouth stretched in a silent scream. Not moving. Not breathing. Not alive. Jolene ran. Elevator, 50 feet. 30. Every car door opened at once. 20. Footsteps behind her, scraping, stumbling. 10. She slammed the button. Nothing. Again. Again. Ding! Doors opened. She threw herself inside, hammered close. Through the gap, them, dozens, walking toward her, rotted, mummified in work clothes. The 90s woman in front, still screaming silently. Doors closed. Jolene sobbed, hit P1 over and over. The elevator rose. P4, P3, P2, stopped. Going back down. P3, P4, P5. No, no, no! Doors opened. They stood inches away, waiting. The 90s woman reached out, touched Jolene's face, skin like paper, breath like a tomb. You came down, a whisper. They always come down. The alarm always brings them. Please. They all worked here late nights, came to their cars, but the garage doesn't let you leave. Not P5. Never P5. Past them, a blocked exit ramp, chain link fence. That's been there since 2007, since the cave-in. The city sealed it, left us here. We've been waiting. I'll get help. The woman smiled, black teeth. You're not leaving. They grabbed her, too many, pulled her out. She screamed, fought. They dragged her to a car, 2007 Toyota Camry, license plate frame, Seattle's best mom. Driver's door opened. Your shift starts now. They pushed her into the seat. Her hands went to the wheel. She couldn't move, muscles locked, body rigid. For just a second, she saw her brother's face, his smile when she told him she got the job, the relief in his eyes that the bills would get paid. He'd never know what happened to her. She tried to scream, jaw locked, eyes frozen open, staring at the elevator, waiting. The others shuffled to their cars, got in, sat, waiting with her. Upstairs, elevator closed, cameras flickered online, all normal. Rita came in at 7 a.m., found Jolene's radio on P3, her flashlight, keys. No Jolene. Rita closed her eyes, sighed, picked up her radio. Need to post a security position, midnight to 8 a.m., immediate hire. She walked to her office, opened the bottom drawer, added Jolene's name to a list. 37 names, all since 2007. She'd told them for 17 years, demolish that level, fill it with concrete. But the building owners didn't want to spend the money. Cheaper to keep hiring. People always needed jobs. Someone desperate enough to take midnight shift. Someone who'd check the alarm. P5 was patient. It could wait. When corporations cut costs, someone always pays. Sometimes they pay forever. Sleep well, listeners, and if you work security, maybe let the alarms ring. This is the Midnight Narrator. Don't forget to check your back seat before you drive home. Sweet dreams.